Can we get some lights going or something? Where's my lights? My mic sound nice. Is it this one? Yeah. Cool. Wait, can we multi? Cool. Can we get some more light? Maybe over here. Wrong remote. Where are you? Where are you? Can I even walk into the live chat? Remember to guard your. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Cool. Got the whole library in view. Boom. Scent of the day, Fragrance World, Francique 6355. Smells like Grease Charnel. What up? What up, Joel? What up, Greenlee? What's poppin', guys? What is poppin'? So good to see you guys. Can we just put like a regular white light? There we go. Nice. There we go. Cool. Nice. Wait. There we go. Okay. What up, guys? What up? Mont Blanc Starwalker took you up on the recommendation. Another banger. Hey, you know, it's clean. If you ever wanted a clean, fresh scent. Matter of fact, I think I might still have Starwalker. Is it in there? I still got it. How y'all doing, man? You gotta read the title, Torty. You gotta read the title, bro. You clicking into random lives without reading the title? Yeah, man. I mean, dude, it's simple. It's straightforward. Like when you just need something dumb reach, super clean. I put this in the same category to me as like Coach Open Road, CK Everyone, 90 Pure White. It's the smell of nothing. Yeah, the smell of nothing if it could smell good. It's perfect. Like honestly, like say you Greenlee, I think you work not in real estate, but you work a job where you got to be dressed up a little bit. So you know what I mean? This is a fragrance where if you wear a suit or you wear like slacks and a collared shirt, you load this up and your clothes smell like they just got pressed out the cleaners. You know what I'm saying? You guys want to see the new setup? You guys want to check out the new setup? I feel like either the chat's slow or something. If y'all are sliding through here, make sure y'all hit the 3 dots right here or right here. Hit that like button. Let me see if I can lower the camera maybe, so you guys can see more of the collection. We'll aim it up. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Maybe we'll get a scent bubble in cursive right here. Scent. Yep, I see it right there. It would be ill. See, right now we're rebuilding the hideout space, man. We're rebuilding. Oh, Joel said yes. Here, Joel. Almost done with it. So what we did was, I didn't want to have a million fragrances on this shelf anymore. So I put it back into what it's supposed to be, which is a bookshelf. And then I kind of curate, you know, like 50 or less frags in each category. It's still separated by category, but curated a little bit smaller so that during the week it's a lot easier for me to select. And then we're just constantly pulling over a weekly rotation from here to here. And this just helps me each morning just simplify. I don't sit in front of the collection forever. I can actually just close this off. Now, I also got rid of a lot of stuff. Like, as far as fragrances is concerned, we did the 2 giveaways, and between those we gave away like 65 fragrances or something. Still got a little bit of excess down in here. You know, there's probably like a good 50, 60 frags down there. But we consolidated a lot. Like at one point, all of that was full and all of this was full over here. So getting rid of a lot of fragrances, giving them away to people to enjoy, curating my top 100 list, curating my weekly rotation. And then the next thing that we're doing is setting up this, which is going to be the new desk setup for the reviews, because this is normally where I shoot, my actual studio setup, but I just copped some new furniture. So let me see if I can move some of this out of the way. Sorry guys, I'm looking like a freaking piece of cotton candy right now. Ugh. So this is like the last part. This area is the last part of the studio that I need to, like, this whole room has been a disaster and I've been trying to clean up like crazy. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, but here's the fun twist. Since 2020, I work from home, so I never have to consider my coworkers. They can't smell me through the Zoom meetings. Hey, I like that. You know, COVID brought everybody in the house, which I think ultimately was a good thing, because part of you wants to still be able to go to the workplace, but it is a lot of flexibility by being able to be at the house. So it's a small trade-off for a nice advantage. And thankfully, the reason a lot of employers are cool with people working remote is because, you know, your HR department gets smaller. You don't have to pay for technology and internet and all that stuff. So it's a win. Thankfully, it was a win-win for everybody. Yeah, scent bubble with the bubbles on each side. I like it. Do you have any recommendations or things similar to Spice Bomb? Kind of that peppery smell. Yeah, what's your budget, Joe? I have used Old Spice aftershave for the last 35 years. You must be married. Just got Mashraba, Alexandria Hafez, and Fire God. Got a Fire dupe. Do you like it, Greenlee? Evening, everyone. What up? Oh, what up, Dominican? Que onda? Que lo que? What's poppin', bro? Always good to have Bo up in here. Hey, Bo, you seeing the new setup? Going into 2026. I wish I could rotate this a lot smoother, but... And once I get all this stuff figured out, like I really... So like when I do my memoirs and stuff moving forward, I plan on kind of shooting a desk level type of setup here. You know, so anyway, I gotta clean up a lot of this stuff. I finally got the space in this office to finally clean up the back part. But it's gonna be fire, man. I got my little music cats. Look at this. Got my little music band over here. Check this out. My little music cats. So when I do my memoirs, I can go ahead and fire that bad boy up, and the cats will play the music. But yeah, man, this will be dope. Memoirs should be dope. I'm gonna up the quality a little bit so we could try to move into 4K. That's gonna be the ideal setup. But yeah, you know, 2026, I'm gonna turn. I know y'all already know I'm turning up with the reviews and everything and just going crazy, but believe it or not, you guys ain't really seen anything yet in terms of what I'm capable of doing. So 2026 is gonna be a huge pivot for the channel. The reviews are going to tone way down. They're still going to be very consistent, but we're going to move more into the conceptual stuff. So I'm excited to get that cracking for you guys. Oh, my budget is around 120-ish until I find something I really like. So if your budget is 120, my question is, why aren't you just going with Spice Bomb? Because Spice Bomb is great. Are you looking for something more mature? Are you looking for something more versatile in that category? Like, why would you not just get Spice Bomb if your budget is 120? Let me know. Thank you, Dashi. That'll kind of direct me in terms of what to recommend to you. Electimus Vanilla, beautiful goose. Meteor. Oh, you're asking me? The Treblantes I haven't heard of. What house is that? Let me see if I can pull up the laptop real quick. You know, normally SB's heard of everything, but I guess I don't know everything. Hold up. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Fire God is going to be great for the summer. And have... Okay. Yeah, no, the Mashraba is nice. Oh, really? Guerlain makes that? Why have I not heard of that? Guerlain... Herbes Treblantes. The heck? Why has SB not heard of this? Oh, it's Privé. That's why. So Herbless or Meteor? I mean, that seems like an easy decision, right? I mean, what's your purpose for it? I would tend to lean towards Guerlain just because of the refinement, but if you're looking for something more versatile and casual, Meteor might be the thing. But I mean, you're looking at those prices are fairly close. For those two profiles, I don't even know why you're shopping for Guerlain and Meteor, because you can get so many things like it, like more around the 200 and down price point. I wouldn't spend money for a fragrance like Meteor, at least not $400 or even $300. And same in Guerlain, because that profile is extremely simple. It's like green notes, citrus, and musk. Like, that's not a profile that I'm pulling out $400 for, personally. And, you know, I have a lot of Privé stuff. Honestly, I want a good day-to-day fragrance between the two. Yeah, so I mean, probably the Guerlain, because it's going to have more refinement. You're not going to smell like everybody else. It's a little more mature, less juvenile, but still super fresh. I'm going Guerlain if you have to pick between the two. What up, Minev? What up, Shamil? Yeah, the gentlemen are here. I don't know if Joe's still here. Any other recs for that scent profile? I mean, Meteor's a little sweeter than that one, to be honest. You know, the Guerlain is a lot cleaner, greener, citric. Meteor is a little more, a lot more sweet. You're looking for an everyday, just everyday fresh, clean, but with a little swag on it. Yeah, both of those fragrances aren't the most mature. So this right here, you want to talk Guerlain every day? Woo! Okay, it's your lucky day right here. Check this out. You want to talk Guerlain, bro? Go cop this and call it a day. This is critical. Aqua Allegoria, and the most important word in this entire name, Forte. Forte is the EDP. Nerolia vetiver. Do not get Aqua Allegoria Neroli vetiver EDT. Smells fantastic, but absolutely no need to get a lack of performance. Get the EDP. And in Guerlain language, the Forte is EDP. So it's a long name. Guerlain Aqua Allegoria Forte Nerolia vetiver. You could probably get a 125 mil for probably $100 or less. You might be able to get it for somewhere between 60 and $100. You want an everyday scent that is fresh, green, clean, and slightly sweet, insanely versatile. You will get Compliment City with this fragrance. It lasts, I don't want to say forever, easy 6 hours, probably easy 8, to be honest. This is one of the best everydays I can think of as of right now. I've been rocking this heavy in my rotation, getting mad compliments off this. This right here kills a lot of the fresh fragrances from the Guerlain private line. It is just, and honestly, I've been getting a lot of Aqua de Parma. It kills the whole Aqua de Parma line, in my opinion. So honestly, grab that fragrance and thank me later. Grab that fragrance and thank me later. And when you get it, come back here and tell me exactly what you think about it, because I'm telling you, that fragrance, the moment you spray it in the air, it's so there. It is so smooth, but it's not beast mode, but it's all up in your space. You spray it and you're like, whoa! You're like, wow, what a pleasant fragrance. This is just, and it's not pleasant like safe. It's bold as hell. So bold, but so smooth. When you have a smooth fragrance, you want it to be bold because it's easy on the nose, but you want that character piece where it's like, dang, who the heck is that? Yeah, that fragrance is absolute fire. I got my bottle for 60 for 125 ml. I know it retails for 200. On average, it sits around 90, 80 to 100. But that is one of the best fragrances in my entire collection, no question. Oh, you guys want to see something dope? Check this out. Check this out. Good friend of mine gave this to me as a gift today. How cool is this? And you want to know what came in it? Which one was this? Which one is this? Then it comes with this dope travel. You just drop any of these into this canister. I mean, how dope is that? Very kind gift. Very kind gift. Okay, let's catch up on the chat. SB, have you ever tried Middle Eastern Bakur smoke fragrances? I have not. But speaking of Middle Eastern, check this out. See, I got to show y'all the goodies since it's been a while. Shout out to my other friend for trading me for this. See, this is what all my Middle Eastern friends have been waiting for me to bust out. Finally got my finally got my hands on it. So y'all know what this is. This is an attar. One drop of this will kill you. What's the best Azzaro in your opinion? Easy, Shamil. The most wanted... Wait, hold on. The most wanted parfum and wanted by night eau de parfum. Those are the only ones you need. And honestly, you can get either one of those and just be fine. They both smell great. They both are made for the same occasion. The most wanted parfum and wanted by night eau de parfum. Scent of the day, Eros EDT with Sauvage oil. Oh, that's an interesting mix. Nice, Johnny. Oh, yes, he did. It's very commonly used with fumigating fragrances into your home and into your clothes. Dubai, Pakistan, India. Oh, yeah. Yep, I did. Sam Bubble, do you own any Mancera? If so, which ones? The only one I've purchased is Vetiver Sensuel, but I've smelled almost all of them, and I have almost all of them in samples. This is my goat, Vetiver Sensuel. In samples, I have Amora Cafe, Amberful, French Riviera, Pearl, Jardin Exclusive, Instant Crush, Cedrat Boisé, Aqua Wind, Aqua Wood. I have a lot of them in samples. I'm curious to know if SB likes the Pocket Rabanne 1 million EDT original. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I don't feel any way about it compared to 1 million Parfum, 1 million Royal, 1 million Oud, 1 million Elixir. They're all great. He's got Vetiver Sensuel for sure. Loves and recommends it. Hard to find in India. Yeah, I know. Thoughts on Nautica Pure Blue? Nautica Pure Blue. I haven't smelled it. I don't think I've smelled that. And if I have, I probably haven't smelled it in a while. See, I need to wear a fragrance since it's been a while since I've filmed. So we are going to put on something extremely fresh for you guys. Something... Should we go vintage? Should we go vintage? Let's go with some original vintage Balmain Vent Vert. Woo! Woo! That fragrance smelled good. Mancera oh, I have smelled Oud Lemon Mint. Scent Bubble, is your favorite Mancera Vetiver Sensuel? If you had to recommend a signature Mancera for men, well, it depends on what you mean by men, because, you know, I'm pushing 40. So for a guy pushing 40, Vetiver Sensuel is a goat. You ask any guy over the age of 30 about Vetiver Sensuel, they'll tell you it's... Yo, that fragrance... Yo, this fragrance right here, guys, Vent Vert from Balmain, vintage. Yo, this smells incredible. Talk about one of the best vintage green scents. Wow. That is freaking timeless. Yeah, Vetiver Sensuel is my goat from Mancera, but honestly, there's a lot of really good fragrances, man. Like, I think, like, if I was in a rush to get Mancera fragrance, like, if somebody came to me and said, SB, I can only get 3 Manceras, what would they be? It would depend on your age. So, Eau de Parfum, tell me your age, and I will give you the top 3 Manceras for your age. I know you don't wear a fragrance to the gym. Hey, Miles, you have my son's name, and you listen well, so props to you. I know you don't wear a gym fragrance, but if you did, what would you wear? Well, the thing about it, guys, is I do wear gym fragrances. I just don't wear the fragrance to the gym. I wear the fragrance leaving the gym. And that's the distinction I make with you guys. When I go to the gym, I showered, and then I went to the gym, body odor, eau de parfum, right? Fresh, the shower gel, whatever I'm using, that is the scent. Then after I work out, I'll shower, and then put my fragrance on and walk out. That's what you gotta do, bro. And when I'm doing that, I can wear anything I want. See, you guys wanna, when you guys go to the gym, you try to pick a fragrance that smells good when you're sweating. And the answer is nothing. Any fragrance smells worse than just putting it on when you're sweating. So when you go to the gym and then shower there and then leave, you can wear whatever you want. You could wear a Zorro Most Wanted out of there. It don't matter. You're going to smell good. I can't tell you a fragrance to wear if you plan on sweating in it. It goes against everything I love about fragrance, man. It's like, no, bro. Don't wear a fragrance to the gym. Bring your fragrance. Be a man. Shower there. Even if you just got to hit the water and get back out. Just get some water on you, dry off, get your clothes on, spray up. And then you can walk out of there with the crazy sillage. And they're going to be like, yo, dang, that guy smells good. What up, what up, what up? Does it smell like Terre de Hermes? Which one? Red tobacco is good, but not as versatile. Listen, man, in 2026, I'm going on a red tobacco strike. We are going on strike against red tobacco. I have a video that I've been planning on doing for you guys called 10 fragrances better than red tobacco that are that profile to a T. Right now, my list, I have about 7 fragrances that smell just like red tobacco, but infinitely better. I'm trying to get the list to 10. So 10 fragrances that smoke red tobacco's boots. Yeah, Joel. Joel, I got to get you back on, by the way. I heard Vetiver Sensuel smells like Terre de Hermes. No. No. Not at all, bro. You guys stop reading. You guys stop watching YouTube videos, man. That's another thing. In 2026, if I hear creatives capping, I'm calling them out. If I hear creatives make like bold, really stupid claims, I'm calling them all out by name. I'm saying such and such said such and such. That's cap. And I hope everybody does the same thing to me in 2026. We're holding each other accountable to truth. Now, some stuff is subjective, so we're not going to be, the fragrance police, but we're going to start holding people accountable. And luckily enough for you guys, you don't have to. What I say is not opinion unless I say it is. And so what I'm going to do for you is, I'm going to fact check whoever the heck said that right here and now so we can clip this and set the record straight. Vetiver Sensuel. Where the heck is Terre de Hermes? Where the heck is Terre de Hermes? Where the heck is my Terre de Hermes? Is it staring me in the face? No, it's not. It's somewhere, but don't worry. I have a travel as well. Terre de Hermes. Let's fact check your boy. And I'm gonna load the test strip too. 1, 2, 3. And I'm only taking it to skin if they're close on the strip. This is another thing that I do that I feel like a lot of creatives don't do. They get one experience with a fragrance and then they just are a parrot of that opinion about a fragrance forever. You smelled Terre de Hermes 3 years ago and you think you could still talk about Terre de Hermes. No, you cannot. This is a lot of the reason why I'm constantly going back to the Sephora's and stuff, even though I've smelled everything there 100 times over, is because I'm reacquainting myself and making sure that the stuff I tell you guys is not cap. So obviously with Terre de Hermes, the number one thing you got to think about that's unlike all the other vetiver fragrances, it's bright, it's crispy, it's sharp, but the main distinction is the bitter orange. There's a lot of vetivers that have a top of bergamot and they have grapefruit to open it up because it pairs so well. But the nuance with Terre de Hermes that all the other ones don't have is the bitter orange. And the bitter orange is what makes it different than all the other fragrances, to the point where Terre de Hermes is never trying to smell like something else. Something else is trying to smell like Terre de Hermes. That bitter orange is super signature. It's been around forever, and it's the main nuance from other vetiver fragrances that try to do this clean vetiver profile. The orange is what separates it. Now, after that citric, bright, slightly bitter top of grass, now the fragrance is either warm and radiant or cold and crisp. Terre de Hermes is cold and crisp. It's essentially grapefruit, vetiver, bitter orange, and it's airy, cold, and crisp. It's sharp, but because it's cold and crisp, it sits on skin nice. That initial blast is very sharp, and then it settles down into something quite nice and quite orangey fresh. Now, Vetiver Sensuel does not have orange, and even if it's listed in the notes, it's not in there. It's a mainly lime, grapefruit, bergamot opening. So it's less sharp, it's more smooth, it's still bright, it's still sparkly, but it leans more into the lime and grapefruit. And then as far as the air quality on it, it's warm, earthy, and radiant. Not cold, airy, and crisp. It's warm, radiant, and earthy. So the main differences between these fragrances is somewhat of a slightly resembling top with an emphasis on orange. And the air quality of this scent profile is cold, airy, and crisp. This is a similar citric top, emphasizing lime and grapefruit. And the air quality, instead of airy, cold, and crisp, is warm, radiant, grassy, earthy. So in that regard, they are quite different. Quite different. You could wear them in the same style of occasion, but different vibes. Different vibes altogether. So no, Terre de Hermes smells nothing to me like Vetiver Sensuo. All right, let's catch up. SB 1 million EDT, the OG from 2008. Were you ever into it back then? Yeah, of course. 1 million is excellent. I'm just over it. There's the Spice Bomb 1 million Azaro composition I've moved on from. I still go to it. I still smell it. I still have samples of it. I still keep my nose familiar with the nuances between the Azaro and the Spice Bomb and the 1 million and the Paca Rabanne and what they're doing with ambery spices and patchouli and all that. But I've moved on to more of the niche and vintage places with that scent profile. To me, if you like those fragrances, you can consolidate all of them into one niche elegant fragrance, and that would be either Noir Extreme from Tom Ford or Noir Original Eau de Parfum, if you want a more gothic take on that style that feels very elegant suit and tie-ish. The Noir Extreme feels more of the romantic parfum gold feel. Now, there's way more fragrances that have that spicy profile in the niche world that you can move into, but I'm just telling you the easiest leap in elevation from anything spicy sweet, from Spice Bomb, Azaro, and 1 million would easily be Noir Extreme or Noir Eau de Parfum. Those are instant upgrades of luxury for the same price. Then from there, you shoot into niche and independent niche, and when you get into that space, that's where kind of the world opens up, and there's actually like 50 fragrances available to you. But let's just keep it simple. Rockin' Carlisle tonight has some similarities to red tobacco. It does. It's basically red tobacco without the red. But Carlisle is infinitely better than red tobacco. So don't you ever disrespect Carlisle ever again, Bo. Don't you ever disrespect Carlisle. What's up? Salam. My family is good. What are your top 3 best fragrances of all time? I can't. So here's the thing. SB is not the guy to say these are the best fragrances of all time. I always tell people, I want you to look at this, my friend. Okay? I want you to look at this, my friend. I do not have bests. I do not have fragrances. I have a problem. Every one of these are my babies. And every one of these is heat. I could close my eyes and grab any fragrance behind me, and it is a banger. All trash does not pass that doorway. It stays in the doorway. It goes, it's given away, it's sold, it's gotten out of here. It doesn't even make it past my door. I have a 0 tolerance for mid. So for me, top 3 best, I need a more specific question. I need a way more specific question, and then I would love to give you some great choices. I still wear my Terre de Hermes. Hey, listen, bro. Ain't nobody tripping on you about that. Terre de Hermes is amazing. I'm pissed I can't find my Terre de Hermes. Oh, here it is. We all still wear Terre de Hermes. All of us. Now, you know, once you start getting into that Harrods, and once you start getting into that Burlington 18, well, I take that back. Burlington 1819 is polarizing, but once you get into that Harrods from Roja, and you start messing with the Vetiver from Roja, the original OG Eau de Parfum, and you start messing with Fougere Royale, bro, you want to talk about a Vetiver upgrade? Bro, you get into that Amarud Lunar Vetiver, bro. Gray Vetiver, oh my gosh, Gray Vetiver. We forgot about Gray Vetiver, bro. See, I reorganized my fragrance collection, so I forget where everything is. But Gray Vetiver, bro, oh my gosh. Instant vetiver upgrade. Instant vetiver upgrade. I like Suspiro Basso way better than Terre de Hermes, but that's me. Don't say way better, Joel. Don't say, be careful with that word choice. Way better? Come on, bro. Don't disrespect Terre de Hermes. Thoughts on Red Versace? You mean Eros Flame? It's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's a cool little casual joint. It smells good. It smells nice. How about that? It smells nice. Let's see. I love Tom Ford. One fragrance I really love on women is their white patchouli. It's good. No, I have, Manav. It smells great. And believe it or not, if you guys look closely, I've curated a list of women's, actually. That's all women's down there. I have a lot more, but those are my all-time goats right there for women. So my wife can go in there and, you know, I have more, but that's my curation of, like, if a woman comes to my house and wants to get into some very unique stuff, that's where I'll point her to. And my wife, she can come in here. I got about 50 women's scents that she can cycle through. I got way more than that in samples. She could have samples for the rest of her life. But as far as bottles, that's my curation of my top my top 30. Do you stream anywhere else? YouTube. Just YouTube. Rare Reef or Rayhan Aqua. Both of those are great, Abin. Both of those are great. Pick either one. You'll love them. What everyday light fresh scent for men? How much money do you have, Renew? How much money are you looking to spend? I'll tell you. I wish I could angle this so you guys could see the collection more than me. Do you have any Guerlain private line? No. I collect vintage Guerlain, bro. Where the heck is my Guerlain I just picked up? Bro, I picked this up. I don't really do Guerlain private line, man. I feel like they're overpriced. A lot of great scents out of it. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of amazing Guerlain private line. But I don't think any of them are worth the price to me. There are ones that I would recommend, though. But for me, when I go to Guerlain, I go to vintage Guerlain is my tea. L'Instant de Guerlain. This is the women's, but L'Instant de Guerlain Eau Extreme. Fire. Even the Parfum Cologne series, man. Elysium, Danger, Scandal, Fetish, Elysium Extreme or Intense, whatever. Apex, Vetiver. All of those are bangers. Which ones do you recommend? From what? They both have great longevity, Abin. Both of those have 6+ hours on them. It depends on your skin as far as how much it'll go past the 6, but they both perform well. You can't go wrong with Rare Reef, though, I'll tell you that much. Givenchy Society Ombre, beautiful scent. What do you think of Mancera Amberful? I think it is the most wearable Mancera. If there was one Mancera fragrance I could give to any age, any gender, I say any gender like there's 40 of them. Any gender, any age, any type of person, Amberful, everyone loves. What do you think about Nitro Elixir? It's okay. I thought it was okay. I'm not a big fan of Nitro in general, but I have smelled almost all of them. It's pretty good. Everyday light fresh scent for men. This one right here. Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Neroli, Aqua Allegoria Forte Neroli Vetiver. Somewhere between 60 and $100 for 125 ml. Best everyday scent that smells super classy, super expensive, but fresh, slightly sweet, citric, slightly. Dude, it's just so good. Just get it, bro. Just blind buy it and thank me later. You'll wear it every single day. Oh, from the Guerlain private line. Copy paste that question. Because with the Guerlain private line, the names always throw me off. So normally I can just roll off names off the top of my head. Copy paste that question. Hey, what are the top Guerlain private lines? And I'll give you my list. I just need to type it out and go look them up so I don't say them. I'll give you like my top 5. Absolutely. How does Terre de Hermes compare to Lalique Encre Noir in vetiver quality? Same quality, completely different fragrances though. Encre Noir is, the black Encre Noir is inky, dark, super earthy. It almost smells like soil in a graveyard. Encre Noir Sport smells like grapefruit and vetiver, but nothing like Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, nothing like Terre de Hermes. It's a more bitter grapefruit, fresh out of the shower, but it's got this bitter darkness to it. Still fresh in a dark, bitter way. And then A la Extreme smells like firewood. And Terre de Hermes is way different. Bright, airy, crispy, citric, orange, tart. Between Pacific Chill, Bleu de Chanel Parfum, and Naxos, what would you choose if you only had to choose one? That's tough because you're giving me 3 completely different occasion fragrances. Pacific Chill is rich boy casual. Well, rich unisex casual. Bleu de Chanel is classy, fresh, upscale casual. And Naxos is date night. So I'm going to choose Bleu de Chanel, more versatile. But I don't like that lineup at all. Those 3 fragrances are terrible terrible to make a decision. That's like saying, what would you rather eat? Pizza, ice cream, or chicken? It's like all 3 of them. Soul Boutique is nice. Soul Boutique is fire. Ooh, that Vent Vert is kicking. Which Aqua Allegoria is the grapefruit dominant one? I think it's called grapefruit. Or it's called Mandarino. Something like that. It either has grapefruit in the name. No, it does. I'm pretty sure it has grapefruit in the name. It's the color of grapefruit. For a springtime wedding, which is more elegant? Gentle Fluidity Silver or Platinum Egoise? Platinum. Platinum. But if you don't have platinum in your collection and you're going to buy one of those 2, skip both of them and get original Egoise from Chanel if you can. The original Egoise, not platinum. But if you have both of those, I would go Platinum Egoise. Easy. But I mean, you don't lose by wearing Gentle Fluidity Silver. Gentle Fluidity Silver is amazing. It really is. It just depends what you want to do. Because Gentle Fluidity Silver is slightly more sweet. So just the tiniest bit more sweet. And Egoise is more clean. And to me, the clean, fresh always dominates the sweet when you're in a suit. When I'm in a suit, I don't want to smell sweet at all. I want to be less than 4 out of 10 sweet. And I feel like Gentle Fluidity Silver creeps into that 5-6 territory. Women want to smell a serious, clean, upscale man way more than they want to smell a clean, upscale, sweet man any day of the week, unless you're dealing with a girl. I live in India and the weather here is usually very hot and the air is very polluted all the time. So what daily driver would you prefer for all seasons? See, Supremacy is more business though, Abin. Supremacy is like a CEO pineapple. So for me, I'm gonna go back to Aqua Allegoria because you can wear that fresh out of bed. You can wear it to work. You can wear it on a date. And it's so classy, but it's not business. It's not business classy. It's upscale classy. So you can dress it down, dress it up. Bro, trust me. Aqua Allegoria Forte Nerolia Vetiver. Just trust me, bro. And it has the longevity. It can stand up in the heat. It's one of the very few, it's one of the very few in its category that really holds up to the heat. I live in Arizona, so where I live, it's hotter than where you live. Everybody always tells me, hey, I'm in India. Hey, I'm out in the Sahara Desert. You know, it's hot here. Listen, bro. This year, for 3 months straight, it was over 110 degrees where I live. It's generally over 100 most of the year. I know about heat. Have you tried Amouage Decisions? I think it's newer, but it's one of those. Yes, Decisions is amazing. Decisions is amazing. And I actually have Outlands coming in as well. I won it in an auction. So I have Outlands coming in as well. I've got some stuff from Dubai coming in as well. Some like really exclusive stuff from Dubai that costs like $300-400 a bottle. And for Dubai prices, that's a lot. So I'm excited to share that with you. I also have some Roja coming in. I got a lot of stuff coming in. If you're bringing a complete newbie into the game, what would be your entry-level recommendation to get him started? It depends. Give me money, Wise. Give me money. Give me a dollar amount, and I'll slice it up for you. Hypothetically, obviously. SB, are you a boxing fan? If so, who do you got? Tio or Shakur? Shakur pisses me off, man. He's very talented, but he pisses me off. So I'm going Tio, but I think Shakur will take it. Spark, ask it again. I didn't see it. Okay, so $100 for one fragrance, or you want me to split it up to get a couple? Are we penny pinching, or are we just getting one bottle? Okay, so if I'm taking $100 out the gate, and there's so many you could choose from, but I'm gonna keep harping on this because this easily jumped up against hundreds of fragrances that I own. This right here, bro, I hate to say it. Aqua Allegoria Forte Neroli Vetiver, bro. Listen, I don't like Neroli. I hate Neroli. I don't care for it. This, you will wear it every single day, and you will not feel like people figure you out wearing it every day. It is so signature, so classy, yet so fun, so fresh, so signature, so long lasting, so radiant. I got this for $60. You generally can get it for between 80 and 100 for 125 ml. So you could shotgun yourself with it and not even think twice. That fragrance right there, you will wear it, you will have fun, it will excite you every time you spray it out the Addy. No questions asked. It is just, matter of fact, every time I open it, it just smells so crazy off the Addy. Wow. Wow. Every time you spray it in the air, you will say wow. So for $100, get that, call it a day. Now, if I had to penny pinch on cheapies, we're going to go fresh sweet, and then we're going to go date night. Latafa Koff. Ahmed Koff. Kaaf. This is going to be a replacement for anything Invictus Aqua, Halloween Man, Silver Mountain Water. This is going to be your daily driver utility. You get it for $20. Shotgun yourself, lasts all day. So that's your fresh daily driver, $20-30. Then your middle of the road Versace Aero style, where it's fresh but it's sweet, so you could dress it up to date night, but you can also wear it, it's fresh enough to where you could daily driver it. Glorious Oud Royal Blanc. This is a clone of Musk Therapy from Initio Parfums. If any of you liked Summer Mink from Drake, this is better and it lasts longer. I would get this. You can snag this up for about 30. And then for my date night, I would go Lattafa Kingdom. This is your Lamal Elixir. Lavender, tobacco, vanilla. It's mature though. It's mature. The reason I always say Lamal Elixir is the best JPG is because it captures the JPG formula, but it matures it up a bit. So as a grown man, this is one of them ones. This, honestly, this is like the Naxos of the clones. If you have this, you don't need to get a Zaro. You don't need to get 1 million. You don't need to get Spice Bomb. You're covered. You're straight. Tobacco, lavender, vanilla, spices, but it's got a nice spritz of spice on it that offsets that sweetness. So that would be my date night. So these three right here, you'll probably hit $100 even. You'll get all three of these. You will have Musk Therapy. You will have Lamal Elixir. And this, truthfully, is like a hybrid of a bunch of fragrances, essentially like a Silver Mountain Water Invictus Aqua style joint. Amazing. Now, don't forget, I could break y'all off a million different ways at the $100 price point, and I will in 2026. But that one right there will do some serious work. Any reason why Versace blue jeans isn't discontinued? Because so many 40 and up men keep saying blue jeans is the truth. Blue jeans is not the truth. Blue jeans was the truth 50 years ago. Was wondering what you think about Boss Bottled Absolute Price since it gets compared with other niche fragrances. Honestly, the only Boss Bottled I currently rock with, and it is plenty for me, is... Where are you? Gosh, I hate when I rearrange my collection. Where are you, boss? Right here. The Scent Magnetic. It's the only one you need. Get the Scent Magnetic. Call it a day. Truthfully, all Boss bottles are really good. Boss Bottle Parfum, Boss Bottle Elixir, Boss Bottle The Scent, Boss Bottle The Scent Magnetic. The Scent Magnetic, to me, you can get it for 30 to 50 bucks, 100 mil, call it a day. It's sexy, it's unique, it's signature, lasts forever. What was that again? So the first one was Guerlain Aqua Allegoria Forte, which is the EDP, Nerolia Vetiver. That's the single one, and you can always rewind the video if you need to re-listen to it. And then the three that I would go with for the clones would be Ahmed Kaaf, AHMED space KAAF from Lattafa, Ahmed Kaaf, Glorious Oud Royal Blanc from French Avenue, and Lattafa Kingdom from Lattafa. What up, Alex? Look at that, we just made 2 shorts. Hey, listen, Wise, little secret, when I do a Q&A like this tonight, one of my Q&As always gives me about 50 clips. So if I was to take this live and go clip it, I would have shorts for the rest of the month. And I post 3 to 4 shorts a day. So I could post 3 to 4 shorts a day for a month straight off of one Q&A. That's why I do these Q&As. You guys see it. If you go down my shorts list, you see I post 3 to 4 shorts a day. Last week we did 4 shorts every single day. It's because the Q&As, one hour or 2 Q&A always gives me a minimum 30 clips, max like 50. Isn't Gucci Guilty the Summer Mink substitute? It's one of them, yes, Sam. If you get Gucci Guilty Elixir, it is Summer Mink, but better and more long-lasting, yes. In fact, we have it. So yes, Gucci Guilty Elixir can easily replace Summer Mink. No question, it lasts longer. Is that the Aqua Allegoria Forte Neroli Vetiver, the EDP one, or the EDT? Both are fire, but with the Allegoria series, they don't say eau de parfum. If it says Forte, Forte, that means eau de parfum. So it'll say Guerlain Aqua Allegoria Nerolia Vetiver, and that's just the EDT. It's the clear bottle. The Forte, the bottle is a lot greener and yellower, for lack of better words, and it has this gold label instead of a white one, and it has the Forte. They're both the exact same scent, different concentration. The Forte EDP is the one that lasts forever. It's way more radiant. If you want something more closer to the skin, get the original, but there's no point. It's such a smooth fragrance. Even the EDP is just get the EDP. Stop arguing with me. Is that the Cough, the Extrait de Parfum one? I don't know. I do not know. Let's see. It is Extrait de Parfum. Yes. Cough's amazing, guys. Cough's amazing. Anyone sampled Hassavat Oud? About to blind buy, but I do have the OG Hassavat and Hassavat X. I know the DNA. I have not smelled Hassavat Oud, but I'm going to tell you right now, bro, Hassavat's hard to beat, bro. Hassavat's so hard to beat, man. I can't imagine the Oud beating the original OG, bro. I just can't, dude. Hassavat's too good. Hassavat's too good, bro. I'm sure it'll be good. I just don't think it'll beat the OG. What do you think of Bleu de Chanel Lay exclusive? I have a video coming out in 2026 about that too. I'm going to show you guys 3 fragrances from all price points. I'm going to show you a vintage fragrance, a clone fragrance, and a designer fragrance that smells exactly like Bleu de Chanel Lay exclusive. Yeah, Hassavat screams, bro. Hassavat, you know, actually Hassavat roars. You know what I'm saying? Versace Eros Energy screams. Aventus screams. Hassavat roars. It's more controlled, but it is loud. It's a loud, it's a whispering scream. I need some water, dude. But yeah, hopefully we can get this setup together because I'm excited to start filming with this setup now. I just got to clean this up, but I have some dope like display tables that will be getting put over here tomorrow morning. So I'm excited to get that cracking for you guys. We're still going to film in my actual film space, but when I'm doing my memoirs and all my other more professional stuff, we'll be over there. Yeah, honestly, out of all the Hawass line, I think if you have Hawass Ice, you don't need any other Hawass. I mean, granted, the rest of the line is other DNAs, but I just feel like if you have Hawass Ice, you have something super versatile. Once you leave Hawass Ice, now you're just getting more circumstantial stuff, you know, the date night or the aggressive and stuff like that. But honestly, once you get to Hawass Fire and Hawass Elixir and Hawass Tropical, there are other scents that match and beat those scents for the same price. So I think Hawass Ice is their best work, in my opinion. But Ahmed Koff beats Hawass Ice to me. How long we been rocking? 65 minutes? Okay. I'm going to stay live for a couple more minutes, so make sure y'all flood in your questions. And make sure on the top right-hand side, either here or here, you hit the 3 dots and hit like. We got We need to run those likes up. There's 16 people. I want to see 16 likes or I'm not talking. I'll come back when it's at 16. There we go. Appreciate it, guys. What's your opinion of Hawas or Hawas Ice? Should I just go with Cough? Yes. Cough beats all the Hawas. Trust me. I blind bought Latafa Kamra Kawa, and it smells like a Yankee candle and then settles into an amazing nutty smell. But man, it's so spicy for so long. I know that fragrance is heavy. That fragrance is heavy, man. If I wear Kamra Kawa, one spray. Matter of fact, what I started doing with Kamra, because I don't like how aggressive it is for how holiday-ish it smells, I start blending it with stuff. You know, I start knocking it down into fresh or ramping up with like tobacco and liquor on it to really duff out that holiday potpourri sweetness. I don't like wearing Kamra Kawa by itself anymore. I don't like it. I like wearing, you have to combo it. Have you tried Roja Enigma? Of course, I have it. It's great. Enigma is great. SB, my wife loved all the fragrances I won from the giveaway. Apparently, she's a huge fan of vintage vibes. Saved me the anniversary present. Hey, I'm happy for you, man. I'm very happy for you, and I'm glad she enjoyed them. That makes me very happy to know. I really appreciate you giving me that feedback. And again, we're gonna continue to do giveaways, looking out for the women. Like I have plenty of women's fragrances that people send me. And I win a lot of vintage women's fragrances and designers. You know, I win a lot of designer fragrances for women. So we will continue to have gift baskets and winnings for the ladies. I'm going to keep looking out for the ladies on this channel, bro. Kawa reminds me of caramel popcorn. Yeah, I can see that, bro. It just reminds me of potpourri, dude. Like, you know, back in the day, my mom used to have a bowl of potpourri sitting above the toilet. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like pine cones and cinnamon sticks and all that bull crap. Like, that's just what it smells like, bro. And that's why, and honestly, that's why I don't really like Teriyaki Intense. Because Teriyaki Intense is what Kamra Kawa should have smelled like. But even though it's way better, it still reminds me of Kawa in terms of that like radiant, warm, sweet spice thing. So now I just have a bad scent memory. If it's like, if I would have never bought a Kamra fragrance and had Teriyaki Intense out the gate, I would have loved it. But now that I pivoted from Kawa into Teriyaki Intense always makes me think about Kamra, and it just pisses me off. So I sold both of them, bro. Actually, I still have Kawa, but not because of my choice. In fact, we'll give away and Kamra Kawa is a great fragrance. Trust me. Even though I'm talking crap about it, it's because, you know, look at my collection. But like Kamra, a lot of people would be really happy with Kamra Kawa, and Kawa is the best out of the collection, to me. So we're gonna give away a full bottle of that on the next giveaway. Thoughts on Eros Energy? Is it really that close to Aventus DNA? Yeah, it is. But I mean, if you want Aventus, just get Prosciutto 1. If you want Aventus, just go here and call it a day. This is the bet. And remember, guys, I've got the Pineapple Power Rank video dropping in 2026 on New Year's. So I'm going to be talking about the top 20 Aventuses ever made. Designers, clones, and niche fragrances. I'm going to power rank them on a tier list for you and basically show you if you want. Again, we break it down into a spectrum. Eros Energy, Aventus Cologne, Aventus Absolute, and Nishane Hasavat. That's your Pineapple Power Rank. And then we're going to stick all the clones and designer fragrances in terms of what they lean towards. Do they lean towards energy, cologne, absolute, or Hasavat? Where on the scale are they? And then what's the tier rating? S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, trash. SB, what's good? What's a good everyday winter joint? I work in a school, all women. Gucci Elixir. No, I wouldn't really call a Gucci Guilty Elixir a winter wear. It's more of a fall wear. A good winter wear in a school with women is probably, if you want a nice fresh fragrance that goes well in the winter, Mont Blanc Presence is going to be like Gucci Guilty Elixir for the winter. It's very fresh for how winter appropriate it is. But if you want something heavier, Latafa Kingdom is a great choice. That Lamal Elixir DNA. It's going to be sweet, spicy, but extremely fresh. Those two right there, you rock the Mont Blanc Presence as your everyday kind of fresh wear. It's slightly minty. It's slightly floral. It's very masculine. Smells like you just got out of a Bugatti. And then for your more like seasonal sweet wear, I would sprinkle in a little bit of Kingdom in there. And if you have the real fragrances, I would go Mont Blanc into Lamal Elixir. Is Trace Oros still good? What's your favorite from day 3? Yeah, Trace Oros is the best fragrance from day 3. I said it. That's another video dropping in 2026 is my power ranking from day 3. But before I drop the... So the crazy thing about day 3 is I have some really exclusive content I'm working on for that house. And so before you guys get my final power ranking of best to worst day 3 fragrances, I'm gonna first drop my Midnight Raspberry review, and then I have a surprise day 3. I genuinely can't say what the content is gonna be, but it's gonna be very exclusive, and it's gonna be a long form piece. And then after that, I'll do my ranking video. But yes, I can tell you Trace Oros is easily the best fragrance in the house. I never smelled OG Camera, but if it's anything like Kawa, I don't see how people say it's Angel Share. Yeah, people are ridiculous. Camera has never been Angel Share, ever in life. Ever. 80%, not even 80. Sometimes I like to just tell people it's 70% Angel Share just so they won't buy it. Is nowhere near Angel Share at all. Doesn't have the liquor, doesn't have the nuts, literally the nuts, the praline. Do you think Ombre Sultan is purely an incense scent? Hell no. Hell no. I just wore, listen. I just wore this tonight. I went out to eat with my wife. As a matter of fact, I gave my wife Trace Oros to wear. She was like, why am I wearing this? This is your scent. I'm like, no, it's unisex. Put it on. So she put it on for the first time. See, my wife wears a Scandalo, Bonnie, all that stuff. But I told her to put Trace Oros on because I wanted to see how it smelled on her skin because it is unisex. Smelled amazing. But I put on this fragrance, Ombre Sultan. And no, man, it's not just incense, bro. I mean, that's so disrespectful. This is chocolate patchouli and amber. That chocolatey, earthy patchouli is slightly dirty, so it kind of gives you that grown man feel, that brolic-ness. But it is, at the end of the day, a very sexy, ambery chocolate patchouli with a little bit of rough and toughness on it from an ashy incense. Now, let me tell you guys something. See, what a lot of people don't know is by tuning into my Q&As, a lot of you guys get secrets of stuff that's coming on the channel that nobody else gets to see. And so that's why I like these. You know, a lot of times there's like 150 people in my Q&As and it gets overwhelming. So I kind of withhold some of my secret stuff. But anytime it's like an intimate crowd like this, I like to give you all a lot of the sneak peeks. But here's something I want to tell you guys. If you were interested in Zaharoff's Ibere, right? Ombre Sultan is better. Ombre Sultan kills that, bro. Matter of fact, if you were ever interested in Javoy's Psychedelic, which is supposed to be like the ultimate god tier patchouli chocolate earthy scent, you know, that sexy late night sundown grown man sexy chocolate, Ombre Sultan is almost a Dead Ringer clone to it, but just more mass appealing. So Ombre Sultan, I don't see why you have to have it in your collection. Like, if you smelled Grand Soir and you liked it, but you can't wear it because you felt like it was too feminine, like, man, it's too buttery, it's too sweet, it's too heavy. Ombre Sultan is essentially Grand Soir, but infinitely more manly, because the ashy incense take on the Grand Soirish warm ambery vanilla just makes it incredible, dude. Like, you have to have Ombre Sultan in your collection. Less than $100. That is a date night killer, bro. Like, Ombre Sultan can go against any date night fragrance. I don't care. Any date night fragrance. I don't care. Put Ombre Sultan next to it, you will bag the dude's girl every time. It's just not playing with fragrances like Grand Soir and Absolute Aphrodisiac. And I have all of them, bro. I have all the fragrances because I like the different vibes they get into. But Ombre Sultan, dude, it's more manly than all those. That's the fine line you walk with vanilla and amber. Is it mature enough? And with Ombre Sultan, it is mature vanilla and amber. Do you think Ombre Sultan is... No. And yes, Kawa is good. Agreed. Kamra is too sweet and has no complexity. Smells like a candle. Well, listen, man. Here's the thing, bro. He was talking about Kawa. All of the Kamras are too sweet. But the problem is a lot of you guys are boys. So I don't even know why y'all are complaining about stuff being too sweet. Because if you're under 25, I'm going to look at a picture of your collection and see that 90% of your fragrances are too sweet. You're going to have the Jean Paul Gaultier. You're going to have the Givenchy Privé. You're going to have the Dior Homme Intense, the Dior Homme Parfum 2025. You know what I'm saying? The freaking 1 millions, the Paco Rabannes. So I don't want to hear all that talk about y'all saying stuff is too sweet. If you ain't over 30, stop complaining that stuff is too sweet. I don't like stuff that's too sweet. I'm the guy that's supposed to be saying that. But all y'all under 25 and under 30, I look at your collection. You got 3 Jean Paul Gaultiers and freaking all that stuff. Don't be talking to me about how Kamra Kawa is too sweet. That fragrance is just about as sweet as every fragrance in your collection. If there's ever a way for you to get your nose on my geisha house, you're gonna have a ball with their lineup. Hey, Wise, remind me of that on Discord. Put the name, if you can, put the name of that house on Discord so I can go look it up and see if I can get my hands on a discovery set. Thoughts on Liquid Brune? Is it a good clone of Altair? No, it's not. Liquid Brune is an amazing fragrance. It's not a clone of Altair. Sorry, guys. I hate to burst your bubble. It's almost as close as Altair is Kamra Kawa, or is Kamra is to Angel Share. A little bit closer. You know, Liquid Brune is like 85% close, but it's not Altair at all. It's like a Phantom pulling up to the Bentley. But it's a great fragrance. However, I will say if you've never owned Liquid Brune, just wait till the limited edition comes out in 2026. It is better than the original. But if you do wind up getting the original, it's still an amazing fragrance. But do not get it if you are trying to get Altair. I just bought the yellow Versace Eros Energy Pack. Is that a cologne or is it a perfume? Same thing. Costco is selling Green Irish Tweed for $180. Don't buy it, Dan. Green Irish Tweed is not worth $180. It's not even worth $150. Yeah, it's not available in the States, Joel, but you might be able to grab them from their website. Well, you know, the thing about me is if something's not in the United States, I can always go on Whatnot and find some American that has a relative in Dubai or the United Kingdom or whatever, and they have it in their house, you know, and they'll sell it to me for cheaper. What's a good alternative to Green Irish Tweed if I'm on a budget? I used to say freaking what is that arm off fragrance? Somebody help me out in the chat. Whatever that arm off fragrance is, forget the heck. I haven't worn it in so long. It's been a year and my eternal oud still smells bad. What do I do? Throw it away. Angel Share goes hard. It does. Is Mancera Oud Lemon Mint too sweet? It's sweet. I don't think that's the right question. The right question is, should you buy lemon oud mint? And the answer is no. People always hate when I say that. But the reality is, there are 15 fragrances you should buy from Mancera before you come across the lemon stuff. Don't buy Sicily. Don't buy lemon oud mint. Don't buy any of that. There's 15 fragrances you got to buy before you get to it. Yeah, Très Nuit. Très Nuit is like 85% close to Green Irish Tweed. Yaman Lale is much closer, but I still just don't like Green Irish Tweed. Listen, man, don't get Green Irish Tweed, bro. Don't get Green Irish Tweed and don't get the clones. Just move on. Green Irish Tweed is honestly, I'm going to make a crazy analogy. Green Irish Tweed is essentially like if Lafayette Street was... You guys remember Surge? Y'all remember the Surge soda? Yo, go in type ones in the chat if you remember the soda called Surge. Yo, Wise. Yo, Wise. Yo, Wise. Hey, we getting old, bro. We getting old, bro. I like it when I want to smell fresh violets. We getting old, man. Woo. Hey, listen, okay, so nobody knows what Surge is. Ginger ale, let's go with that. So here's the thing, man. Green Irish Tweed is basically, what are those sodas that don't have sugar in them? Shastas? Somebody put in the chat what those sodas are, where they have all the different flavors, but it's just carbonated water. It actually doesn't have any sugar in them. Not Shastas. What are they called? Somebody put it in the chat. Take care, Web. Somebody put in the chat those sodas that don't have the sugar in them. I think they're called Shastas. Basically, Green Irish Tweed is Lafayette Street extra light. It's like you have Urkel and you have Stefan. Green Irish Tweed is Urkel. Lafayette is Stefan. It is so... Hold on. Oh, okay. I thought I had a mosquito on my wall. Bro, it's like green Irish tweed. When you first smell it, you're just like, yeah, I like that. It's green, it's fresh. It takes me outdoors. Like, what man doesn't want to smell like they're outside? But then you start getting past that and you're like, I need more. So it's a fragrance that when you first buy it, you'll wear it a lot. And then as you collect fragrances, it'll become super boring to you. If you like green Irish tweed, just skip the line and go straight to Greenlee, go straight to Castley, go straight to Lafayette, or go straight to Bleecker and call it a day, because you're going to get that essence in them, but you're going to get more swag and more personality with those other fragrances. It just is what it is. You're going to learn as you get older in your fragrance journey that you only will prefer to spend more money on stuff that wows you. You're not going to spend a ton of money to just smell fresh or to just smell green or to just smell aquatic, because there's so many things you can buy to fulfill that space. Somebody asked me if I have Aspen from Coty. I thought I had Aspen. Do I have Aspen? Yeah, I do. Right here. There you go. It's a good fragrance. All right, let me catch up. So yes, I have Aspen. Just ordered Dior Vanilla Diorama for an Xmas present for the wife. Hey, Bo, I see what you trying to get that happy ending Christmas. I see you. I see you. We all old as heck, bro. I swear, like half of FragCom, we've been with our wives for like 15 years. Surge was like Mountain Dew. Yes, it was. Way better, though. Bubbly. You call it bubbly, Damien? I read Get the Dupe with Kev's accent. Get the dupe. I just got Angel Share on the rocks to complete the collection. Definitely will be wearing it more in the summer. I feel you, Outlaw. I feel you. That is so true. I used to wear my Trey Nuit a lot during the early days. Barely touch it now. Not bad. Just others surpass it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like when you start messing with niche, the appeal of niche initially is like you just appreciate the quality jump and the freshness and stuff like that. But then you ultimately realize that you want fragrances that when you wear them, you're excited to wear them. And the excitement isn't there anymore just to get a quality fragrance or to get a fresh fragrance or to even get a fragrance. Then there's this other game, right? You play this clone game in your mind where you're just happy that a scent smells like something. So you're like, oh my gosh, Club de Nuit Intense Man smells like Aventus. Oh my gosh, it really does. And then you start wearing it, but you're going to go buy another Aventus clone after that because you want something more. And that's just, so a couple of old ideas as a collector that you kind of start to shed off is like, I don't want to spend a lot of money on something that just is good quality and is good. I want something that actually, like, I wear it and I feel something, like I feel like productive, or I feel happy, or I feel like signature. There's wow factor to it. And if you're going to start getting simpler DNAs, you want to spend as little money as possible. On the Rocks smells like lemon drop cocktail. There was a fragrance I tried. Oh, this right here. My lemon drop cocktail is this fragrance right here. In fact, we just did a review about this. Lin Sumi Maforce. Woo! Dang. When you get a apple teeny, or sorry, not an apple teeny, a lemon drop the drink called the Lemon Drop. This is the Lemon Drop, but crazier projection. So to me, the vodka on the rocks, apple, brandy, all those fragrances fall short to this, to me. Wait till y'all see my combos books. Burberry London or Jazz Club? Jazz Club. What up, Kicks? Can you wear Angel Share on the rocks in the summer? Of course. Of course. Hey, Kicks, I was trying to show you, man. Mission complete, bro. Mission complete. We have completed the mission. Oh, let me scoot this over. I got a good 5-10 minutes left with y'all, man, and then I gotta crash. What y'all got for me before I let y'all go, man? What y'all got for me? I just walked in the house, missed the call. You missed the call almost 2 hours ago. But it's all good. I was just calling you to let you know that I finished the office. Outlaw, I don't even understand that. Yeah, please, Wise. Please. Hey, listen, I'm curating right now, but hey, I'm always down. Can we do this? Yeah. So all the shelves are in play now. Can we let's see. Do you like Midnight Raspberry as much as Tres Oros? Oh, no, Bo. Nah, bro. Nah, man. Nah, dude. Listen. You know what's funny? Check this out, Bo. So I texted Michael, right? Let me switch this up. Go back to warm. So I texted Michael, right? Before it came out, and I was like, hey, listen, I'm not going to buy Midnight Raspberry because I already have it. And I sent him this. I sent him a picture of this. He was like, what the heck? How the heck did you get my fragrance? And then watch this. Watch this, bro. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? My Tres Oros oxidated. So it's darker than Midnight Raspberry. How nutty is that? Where the heck's... There we go. Nah, like, listen, man. Midnight Raspberry is a lot fresher of a fragrance. Like, Tres Oros is exclusively heavy romantic date night. Midnight Raspberry leans way fresher. It leans more daytime, early evening type joint. It's a lot lighter on the skin. So, no, Tres Oros just has too much star power. What do you think about the Outlands? They're hyping it like crazy. I'm going to tell you, hey, listen, Easy, I'm going to let you know what I feel about Outlands this week because it comes in. They had a tobacco vanille called Tobacco Dynasty. It stomps tobacco vanille. Well, Wise, I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. In all honesty, I'm gonna just keep it tall with you. Tobacco vanille has never been hard to beat. Never. I don't know what the infatuation is with tobacco vanille, but it is one of the most poorly constructed DNAs I've ever smelled. And that's just my two take. Like the opening is terrible. When it settles down on skin, it's nice, but it is not mind-blowing. There are so many vanilla and tobacco fragrances that trump it. Like, I would wear Le Male Elixir 100 times more than Tobacco Vanille. I would wear Ombre Noir 100 times more than Tobacco Vanille. Like, there's just infinitely more tobacco scents that I would like. This right here, I would wear this way more than Tobacco Vanille. Ferragamo Spicy Leather. Like, Tobacco Vanille has never been hard to beat. In fact, well, let me just stop, because I know a lot of people love Tobacco Vanille, so I'm going to just stop. Yeah, it is. Are the drawers full or empty? What drawer? Oh, these? Yeah, so, like, there's a lot of product in these. So, like, I'll let you take a deep dive into here. They're full kicks. Sealed product. I mean, I still, I mean, there's fragrances everywhere though, bro, because we're still top to bottom with it right here. And then I still got like mad fragrances down in here, like all these shelves. And then I got bins of fragrances outside of this office anyway. So, but I told you, I'm skewing down the collection, bro. I'm skewing down the collection. No, we don't, Wise. Dupes. What about dupes? What did Easy say? What do you think about dupes of what, Easy? I saw that Cerruti in the cut. What's Cerruti? I ain't got no Cerruti. You saw a ghost. Hey, Wise, listen, it was way worse. Wise, it was way worse, bro. It was way worse. And y'all know I got those oils on deck just hiding in there. Look at them oils just hiding. Are they dupes in those drawers? No, man, these are sealed vintage, bro. I don't have that many clones anymore, to be honest. These are just vintage sealed boxes of fragrance. Montana Blue. Corone Paris, Yuzu Man. I definitely don't have sealed clones. You want to know my clone collection? is literally like down here. Everything else is designer and niche. I mean, I don't care. I would own clones. I've smelled hundreds and hundreds of clones. You guys know I have. You've seen all my reviews. But I like to give the clones away to a lot of you guys so you guys can enjoy them. You guys look at my collection. Trust me, I'm enjoying fragrances, but I want you guys to enjoy fragrances too. So a lot of times, you know, we gave away like 63 bottles of fragrance in the last 3 months to you guys, and there was a significant amount of clones that went out. You know, Aramis, the New West, sealed. Bad eyes. Would Tres Oros be too mature for casual wear? Not too mature. It just might be a little overly sweet for casual wear. I don't like Tres Oros smells extremely fancy and extremely sweet. So the reason you wouldn't wear it for casual isn't because it's too mature. It's just so intense of a fragrance, it would feel out of place. Like imagine wearing Tres Oros to class. You have a class and all these kids are standing around. One spray of Tres Oros is gonna hit every kid at every desk in your class. So it's not that it's too mature, it's just that it's a heavy fragrance. So I don't tend to think it's casual. Upscale casual, like now, if you were like going to the mall wearing Tres Oros or something where you're like walking around, there's a lot of air, there's a lot of people, yeah, you could rock it. You could wear it at a concert or something, or at the mall, or running errands, going grocery shopping, sure. But it's just quite an intense fragrance and it feels very special. So putting it in an environment where it's not that special is kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? I would scale it back if I were you, if it came to that. Yeah. Yep. Feel bad for the class. Yeah, exactly, man, because the classroom is going to be like, bro, seriously? I mean, it's like imagine going to class in a tuxedo. They're going to be like, bro, what are you doing? You don't play basketball here. Like, why are you dressed up? But you know, some guys do that, man. They're like, hey, SB, I'm gonna wear a Zaro, the most wanted parfum today to class. It's like, okay, I know you don't get with women because that's a fragrance that's asking for women, so you don't have them yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much. That's why Eros and Bleu de Chanel and, you know, Versace and stuff are so popular, because they play a fine role of being sweet for the ladies, but not being too much. How well does New West longevity hold up compared to modern aquatics? Well, New West is not a aquatic fragrance at all. So the first error there is I would not compare it to an aquatic fragrance. It is a green tobacco fragrance. The longevity on it is very good, very, very good. But it is nowhere near an aquatic fragrance. It is green, it is piney, it is tobacco-ish, it's slightly sweet, but it's mostly a green, outdoorsy, ashy fragrance that is more of the elegant man going to work. If you want something a little more sweet, I would move into this fragrance right here, Cacharel Pour L'Homme. It's a lot sweeter because it has nutmeg in it. This right here as a vintage goat is I wear that one often. It's very nice. New West is essentially Fougere Royale from Ubagant right there. Appreciate it, FaZe. I recently got Veneno from French Avenue. Do you think I could wear it all season? You can do whatever you want, Easy. You can wear whatever you want all season. I still want to crack that Bugatti. Yeah, bro. Honestly, I would sell it. I would sell the Bugatti. I'm just telling you that right now. You know, what fragrance did I smell today? Oh, I smelled that Ibere today, Kicks. And man, let me just tell you, I don't know sometimes why dudes make fragrances, because it's like, why would you make a fragrance that, I don't think it's a good thing to make your own fragrance if you're going to make something that's already been out. Yeah, I would sell it because there's a lot of fragrances you can get into that give you it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Ibere is essentially Ombre Premier from Javoy, and Javoy did it better. And in that regard, it's like, why make it? But who am I? Who the heck am I, right? Who are we, guys? Who are we? Any thoughts on the City Rhythms house? They're good. I prefer Mancera. I just feel like their bag is deeper. But City Rhythms is essentially a Mancera price point. It's even a little more expensive than Mancera nowadays. But City Rhythms has a lot of great scents. For me, a lot of their scents I feel like I can get into on the Mancera side and only pay like 70, 80 bucks and get 125 ml. Whereas if I want 100 ml of a City Rhythms, I'm probably going to be paying somewhere between $140 to $200. Yeah, but see, Kicks, my opinion on that is I feel like Ibere is just the best by default. It's not strategically better. It's just like, what are you going to pick? The slightly methodical scent, the beach scent, or the sexy vanilla? You're probably going to pick the sexy vanilla every day of the week. It wins by default. New West is so unique. I get what you mean when you say that it's not soapy, clean, aquatic. It's dense and interesting. Yeah, man, it's an elegant, green, classy scent. Man, I love this scent. FaZe, did you get a New West in your bundle? You can call it soapy, like if you have like a green bar soap, like a Irish Spring or a Lever 2000 or something, but it's so much more than that. It's green. It's got a different type of smooth green natural tobacco leaf. It's classy. It's just great. I have 4 bottles of it. Yeah, see, I'm glad you enjoyed that, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because it's like, even if you're not old enough to wear it, one day you will wear it and you will just be so happy that it gives you something that nothing in your collection will really give you, and that's that timelessness, that history, that different side of the coin, you know. And back in the day, you know, so many men wore New West, and it's just touted by men as just a staple, go out and get it and live life type of scent with just tons of old school class to it. And it's very well blended, you know. It's the type of scent that you can constantly put your nose to and get something different every time. All right, guys, I'm going to head out of here in like a minute or two. So feel free to ask any last minute questions, and then we're going to head out of here. Yeah, no, I could see that, FaZe. I could see that for sure. You know, that classy pilot, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can. You know what I'm saying? He would have had on New West. You know, it's just elegant. It's like effortlessly elegant. Why do people say patchouli is challenging? Because it is. You know, I mean, patchouli is like vetiver because 99% of all of these fragrances have vetiver in the base, and you don't smell it. And in that regard, vetiver is super easy to wear. But if you have a vetiver forward fragrance, that's when it gets difficult because a vetiver can smell 10 different ways. So when you have a vetiver forward fragrance and then you have 10 different types of smells of vetiver, it gets complicating trying to navigate which one you gravitate towards. However, 99% of these fragrances have the vetiver in the base and it's kind of untraceable and you don't even know it's there, but you know it makes a fragrance complex and it's nice, but you don't recognize it as a vetiver scent. Patchouli is the same way. Anything fall, winter, sexy, seductive, mysterious has patchouli in the base, and it's inoffensive, and in that sense, it's super wearable. But when you get a patchouli forward fragrance like Pardon, like Diaghilev, like Bulgari Man in Black, like Black Orchid, and you start to smell the dirty, rich, earthy soiliness of a patchouli forward fragrance. A patchouli forward fragrance has like 5 different variations. So now it becomes challenging to figure out which one you jive with the most because it's so aggressive. Thought about buying a Z3, but I kind of don't like the fact that I can't buy for retail later. Just like the sneaker market, no FOMO for me. I agree. See, listen, a good friend of mine sent me this bow. I wouldn't even have Ibere if he didn't send me this, which has it in there. So I agree. The Z Creators 3 had an incredible marketing campaign, and because of that, a lot of people bought it not really wanting to try it first, and they really just bought it because they knew that some kid out there who has FOMO problems is going to buy it or buy tons of decants of it off of the guy on Mercari. So, but, and I also think a lot of people capped to all 3 of them and said the fragrances were really incredible. And even though they were really good, they might not have been as special as people said they were. But the FOMO carried all those fragrances to being sold out. Go look up people's reviews of those fragrances a month from now and see if they're still talking about them. You know, it's like now we're in a culture where people just want to be the first to have it. And that's why I haven't reviewed Midnight Raspberry, even though I've had Midnight Raspberry. I've been smelling Midnight Raspberry back when before Desert Rain came out, I smelled Midnight Raspberry. And so I've had it and I've smelled it longer than probably anybody in FragCom, and I still haven't dropped my review because I don't want people to think that I'm gassing the fragrance. And I also want to give it an honest review after everybody's said what needs to be said. And people know that I know Michael Paul. So I take it very seriously when I tell the world what I think about the fragrances, and I back up how I feel about the fragrances by giving really methodical breakdowns. And I just feel like so many people came out before that fragrance even dropped and said it was the 2025 best fragrance of the year. And it was just kind of ridiculous. But shout outs to Day 3. They're an incredible house. Michael deserves a lot of the praise that he gets. And I'm looking forward to doing my own review. If you want to do patchouli, you just have to make the depth on point. That's correct. It's always a balance game with patchouli and vetiver. What designer smells closest to Tres Oros? Yikes. Designers. Nothing. The closest you're gonna get to Tres Oros is Parfums de Marly Wajan. And unfortunately, that's not a designer. Green Tres Oros is very in its own lane. Oh, yeah, Tres Oros is in its own lane, for sure, but Wajan is very close to it. I'm tossing some Essential Harmony in your next giveaway. Oh, please do. I'm going to toss some Essential Harmony in my next giveaway. I have a lot of it. What is a beast mode gourmand that isn't childish? Born to Stand Out, Sin and Pleasures. Born to Stand Out, Sin and Pleasures. Day 3 goes full-on Dominican photorealistic scents. Most of the time. They have about 5 fragrances that have nothing to do with the Dominican Republic. Del Mar has nothing to do with the Dominican Republic. Aylin has nothing to do with the Dominican Republic. Bonnie. Actually, no, Bonnie is. Desert Rain has nothing to do with the DR. Royal Reflection has nothing to do with the DR. Midnight Raspberry has nothing to do with the DR. So they have quite a bit of scents that aren't DR related, but about half of them are. That's probably why I was struggling to describe Roses and Cure from Frederick Mall. True. True. But I think anyone would have struggled to describe that fragrance. I wouldn't say gourmands are childish in general. Even the angel share flankers like Paradise smell great. I don't think he's saying childish in the sense of men can't wear them. I think when he says childish, he means overly sweet and dessert-like. And there's something about that quality that sometimes feels juvenile. Escandalo by Day 3 is a beast mode gourmand, guava, vanilla-esque type of scent. Yeah, see, I wouldn't really call Escandalo a gourmand just because it smells like fruit. I wouldn't really call that a gourmand because then you got to call a lot of citruses gourmands as well. I don't really think citruses put something in gourmand territory, and Escandalo is very much. In fact, my wife wore Escandalo today during the day. I wouldn't call that that fragrance gourmand at all. If it was technically on paper gourmand because of the fruits, I would call it entry-level gourmand, but to me, that is just a fruity citric fragrance. Essential Harmony is a lady that does her own line of fragrances independently. Very unique. Look up Essential Harmony and spell it like how you spelled it, and you'll see she has a ton of fragrances. How close is Haitian vetiver oil to gray vetiver or sycamore? Closer to sycamore. Gray vetiver, it doesn't smell anything like it. That's my last. Let's get... Oh, I hear you. All right, guys. Hey, listen, if there were any questions... let me come over here. If there were any questions that you asked that I didn't answer, copy paste them into the comments section. I will answer them by tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. If you're new here, I drop 1 to 2 long videos a day, 2 to 4 shorts every single day, polls every day, scents of the day. My content, I do interviews, documentaries, reviews, and entertainment, all related around fragrances, and I review all things from clones, dupes, inspirations, designers, niche and independent niche, as well as vintage. So if you're into fragrances, whether you're a beginner or advanced, I cover everything on this channel. And I always tell people I drop more video content on a daily basis than the biggest channel out, Gent Sense. So I always tell people, follow my channel for a week, see if you like it. You'll know right away. And if you're new to navigating my videos, always use the playlist, because I've sorted my content into a TV guide where you can isolate and watch certain bits of content a lot. If you just want to watch all my quick tips, go to the shorts section. If you want to watch all my interviews, go to interviews. If you want to watch all my collabs, go to collabs. If you want to watch just reviews, go to the reviews and search any fragrance. We're about to hit 1,000 uploads. 9 times out of 10, any fragrance you're looking at, I've probably done a review on. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Hope you have a blessed rest of your night. And thanks so much for everybody asking questions in the Q&A. I would not be live unless you guys were asking questions. So thank you for doing that and participating. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn on your notifications, because YouTube is ridiculous and is always only showing you stuff you're searching for. And until next time, keep it real. Peace.